guys, how are you today? Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Audrey. I am a real live psychic medium that talks to people who have passed over, even if they haven't passed over, but they are departed. So come on in, get comfortable, get a blanket, take your shoes off, have a listen, have an open mind. That's very important during this process because, like I've said to so many people, if I wasn't psychic, I wouldn't believe in it at all. I wouldn't. But come on in. Let's chit chat today about spirit school. And before we get started, though, please help me out. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so that we can do some live shows, which is so exciting. I would love to do a live show at least once a week. I think it's important to be able to talk to me live and get your questions answered right then and there. So in the meantime, I'll continue to post these videos, but if you can please like this video, it helps the algorithms to perhaps be a recommended channel to other people. And then don't forget to hit the subscribe button. That helps my numbers grow, helps the channel get out there. And then share the link of this video to anyone. You can send it through email, you can send it to a text, you can send it to them a bunch of different ways. You can send links and share videos and stuff. So check it out. It's really easy. And again, for maybe someone who's new to YouTube in general, this does not cost anything. I do not know who you are. I don't try and find out who you are. I'm just here for you. I'm here to hold your hand emotionally while we both go through life and everything life is throwing at us. And the biggest part of life that's thrown at us is having our loved ones be departed and leaving us from the physical world. It's an absolute devastating thing that happens to us, and that's something we all have to face. So today we're going to talk about spirit school. And this is something I've kind of created, or I came up with the name of spirit school. Well, actually, spirit came up with a name. So if you don't know my background, I worked in education for 20 years. And I was in the closet as being a psychic medium until about, 10 years ago. Time goes by so quick. I can't always remember what year it is. When did I start doing readings? It was around when I was 40-ish when I started doing readings. And at that point, felt confident enough to start interacting with people and answering questions. So when I did start doing readings for all my friends at work, everyone at work wanted me to start talking to their loved ones. And I knew my people at work because I had worked with them for a long time. And I thought, I don't know if that's going to work because I know you already. But I didn't know their family and friends and stuff. So started doing the readings and finding out that as I'm channeling a spirit, relaying that information to my client, having that client validate what I'm saying, yes, my dad was like this. My dad did do this for a job. Yes, my dad did have that red car, the red Mustang car or whatever. Or yeah, we did have a second home in Florida or whatever it is. Spirit will try and validate using the funniest things. And I say funny because spirit loves to make us laugh. Yes, we cry during a reading. I do, but also laugh. Laughter is necessary. Also, when I do a reading, I first want to validate your past, confirm your present, and then I can predict your future. But it's not me predicting, it's spirit, God, universe giving me the information for you. So as I began to channel more and more people, I got a lot of referrals from my colleagues at work to their friends and their friends' friends and their friends' families and that's kind of how this all blew up and became a thing for me. And I would channel someone who maybe just wasn't the nicest human when they were here. You know, maybe they were angry and depressed all the time, or short fused, or just didn't care about anybody, selfish, you know, just generally a grump. Just in general, someone who lived this life in not a very productive way. You know, not helping people, just being closed-minded and stuff. Not a bad person, but definitely the spirit didn't open up and really live the kind of life that God and the universe wants us to have. Sorry, I'm getting dry. Excuse me. This has little beads. This has like little chunks of stuff in the bottom. It's really good though. So being that I worked in a school, and spirits began showing me themselves sitting in a classroom. Sometimes the classroom was empty with just them sitting in a chair. And it was the kind of chairs like in college, you know, where you just get this one little area right here to write. Not like a kindergartner desk, or not like a desk that we have in our homes. It was definitely a school. And I think that's important, because if it wasn't a school desk, that would have not been what it's become for me. So when I'm reading, I have to pay attention to the smallest details of what Spirit's showing me. Spirit clearly showed me and told me they're gone back to school. They're kind of, like I said, they're kind of funny about it. They're like, well, I'm up here, you know what? Oh, I know I didn't do the best job. I'm going to sit here and just hear what the teacher has to say. And this doesn't mean that your loved one is in trouble. They're not gone to the principal's office. I have some notes here because I want to make sure I get everything. Going to spirit school is a completely voluntary and unnecessary action on spirit's part. They are welcome in general to continue on and cross out and go wherever this crazy universe goes from here. But I always commend spirit when they show me they've gone to school. It shows me they learned very valuable, important information and a lesson here. After passing, they were able to go back and look at their life and know, understand, recognize, and accept responsibility. And that's huge. That's very, very, very important. I believe in multiple lives. I believe we can die and incarnate again, and that's another video. But this spirit school is very important if God is going to put them into another body at some point. Because we want our souls, our spirit, our consciousness to be as intelligent as possible. And I don't mean just school-wise, right? Being a human being encompasses a lot of different factors. And you may say, Audrey, my loved one would have never gone to spirit school. I don't know why you're telling me that they're sitting in the classroom right now. They had a PhD. Well, that doesn't matter. Fantastic that your loved one had a PhD or Nobel Peace Prize or anything. Obviously, those are amazing achievements. But it's different. Spirit school is different. Spirit school is interacting with the divine on the other side and showing God that they're serious. They see what they did. They're serious about what's next. Not that they're fearful. They're not afraid. They want to sit. They want to listen. They want to intake really praise. They get praised on the other side for doing the spirit school. And I'm looking right now. I'm looking at spirit school while I'm talking to you. So that's why I'm kind of like everywhere. Sometimes it's just your loved one in school. Sometimes it's a room full of people in the school. Sometimes the room full of people is a bunch of people just like your loved one. Sometimes the people in the room are completely different than your loved one. It's never the same twice for me. I've never had two similar or two exact same experiences with different spirits. You may say, Audrey, my son hated school. He wouldn't go to spirit school. Now I'm worried. Now you have me worried because my son hated school, and I just know he would never go to spirit school. I hated school too. I hated school too because I have panic attacks, anxiety. I have my own reasons for not doing well in school. But you don't have that. Your son is not carrying those human parts of him after he's passed over. So let's just say, for example, I'm totally going to make up something here, okay? This is not anyone I know. This is not a story I've talked to. This is not a real story. I'm just going to give you an example. So maybe I'll say it's a son who died, and let's say he was 20 years old when he died. Maybe he died in a motorcycle accident. Maybe he was drinking a lot. Maybe he was trying drugs and just being reckless with his life. And it ends up ending his life, okay? And that's horrible when it happens, and it's devastating. Let's say that's the case, and then I'm doing a reading with you, and then I see your son, or he comes in. Let's say your son comes in, and there's different levels of spirit coming into me. There's spirit up here I can see. There's spirit here who can interact with me, and then there's spirit when they get inside. And I will tell you what, when spirit gets inside of me, I lose it. I just start crying because I get to experience, and here they come. I get to experience what heaven is like. I get to experience the peace on the other side. Through your loved one. So not only is it a gift for you getting this information from spirit, it's also a gift for me, because you know what? This is better than any drug I could ever imagine. Having the complete peace of not being a human being, being completely at peace. Okay. So your loved one may come in and tell me, gosh, Audrey, tell my parents, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry that I had bad behavior. Tell them I'm sorry that, I know they were always worried about me, and they didn't know how I was going to be a financially responsible adult or take care of my kids, all that sort of stuff. And a lot of times spirit does show me their accident, and a lot of times people want to know, did they suffer, whatever, lots of information with that too. But then spirit may tell me or show me they are sitting in a classroom. And the first time this happened, I asked them telepathically, why are you sitting in a classroom? Where it was, this is how I was when I first started channeling. I'm thinking to myself, was this person in school, or were they in high school? Were they in college? What are they, And I would ask the family because I didn't know. And they're like, no, he wasn't in school, no, or they graduated school or whatever. I didn't understand it. But over time, more and more information is revealed to me by spirit, to the point where I am now, where I understand what spirit school means. And a spirit may say, you know what? I just want my family to know that I've kind of gotten the help that I needed after I died, because I understand what I did and I am so apologetic about it. Totally at peace though. Okay, these people are always at peace, always at peace. Someone who's going to hell is not going to be in spirit school. Those two paths are never going to cross. I don't see how that could happen. So it's absolutely a good thing when I see your loved one going to spirit school. And you may say, Audrey, now I'm worried, because I'm worried when I did a reading with you, because my loved one was not in spirit school. You didn't mention that to me at all. It's okay too. It's okay. Every readings are different. Like I mentioned, my friend who I meet once a month, I don't think, and I'm asking her right now, I don't think any of her people I've ever seen in spirit school, but she can let me know when we do our next reading. So it's fine if they're not, but I think it's absolutely fine if they don't go to spirit school. Most don't go to spirit school, but it's important to know if they do, they're letting go of the past. That's a huge accomplishment for spirit, to say, look, I'm dumping this garbage from this life I just left. I'm dumping it and leaving it on the planet. Don't recycle it. Don't upcycle it. I don't want it. Burn it, whatever. I don't want it. I'm going to school. I'm starting fresh. It's a clean slate for me. And off I go to my next adventure. And many times, spirits show me that they have jobs. I know. It's so weird. A lot of spirits tell me they have jobs. They show me. So if a spirit is going to have a job on the other side and they first go to spirit school, it's just a nice transition for them. It's such a good feeling inside of here for me too, because it's important that you know that how your loved one is doing on the other side. And they're fine. They're on the other side. They've left this garbage for us to live in, right? So we're stuck here. We're the ones that are not doing okay. Spirit's fine. Sorry, I see a truck out there. Excuse me. This always happens. Spirits coming in. So spirit school to me is sort of a purification process, if you will, for spirit. And I'm trying to go back in my mind and see and recall how many, if there's anything similar about everyone who I've seen in spirit school. I do have to say it's been mostly men. I don't know what that means. I think most spirits who have shown me they're in school have been men. Again, once you cross over, there's no gender on the other side. But when spirit comes in, they do reveal to me a male or female energy only to help identify them. Is it grandpa or is it grandma? They're both gone. So that's the only reason why spirit shows me a vision of themselves, or they make me feel male or female, or a baby, or someone that wasn't even born yet. Maybe it was a stillbirth or something to that effect, which is horrible, horrible, horrible. So this video is going to be short today, but you guys go ahead and put your questions down in the comments below. I know it's a bit of random information. I know it's weird. But open your mind to it, because I believe, 100% believe in what Spirit's shown me. And again, it's for good. I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad. There's nothing evil about what I'm doing. I'm giving people comfort, talking about their loved ones or friends or whoever it might be. Maybe you accidentally killed somebody, like in a car crash or something horrible like that. I know that's awful. But spirit is always full of love, acceptance, and forgiveness. Always. It's not even a thing on the other side. It's like, well, yeah, there's nothing to forgive. They're like, yeah, I guess you could say I forgive them because there's nothing to forgive. It's fine. I mean, they're very nonchalant about it. They really are. It's kind of surprising. So that's Spirit School. You guys let me know what else you want to talk about. We will definitely talk about hell. We can talk about jobs on the other side if you want to talk about jobs. Oh, somebody left me a comment. Oh, gosh. It's on my phone, and I'm using my phone right now to record. I'm trying to remember what that question was. Oh, shoot. Okay, let me see if I can pause this and find my note. Hold on. Anyway, so the message, the comment I wanted to mention is from Jello C, and they were inquiring about spirits. If we talk to spirits, are we disturbing them on the other side? What does it mean for us if we're talking to spirits on the other side? Is it interrupting them? Are we interrupting their work on the other side or their peacefulness on the other side? 100% no. No, 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 no. They love hearing from us. And it absolutely is not bothering them at all. At all. They want you to talk about them. Do you know how many spirits tell me all the time? Don't tell them to not forget my birthday. I still want my birthday party. And again, they're saying this like tongue in cheek, like, don't forget, I'll be at the wedding. I'll see you there. That's spirit. They have such a sense of humor. So, and then Jello also mentioned about telling people you want to go see a psychic and they don't want you to. Some things are just better left unsaid. You know, my own family doesn't believe me. My mother mocks me behind my back. It is what it is. I don't give a shit. You give yourself what you need. Now, there's never any guarantee a specific spirit will come into anyone's present, but most of the time they do. Generally speaking, they do. And if they don't come into, let's say Jello C, you and I are doing a reading, and this particular person who's passed doesn't come in to my presence, other stuff is going to come into my presence, and it may be because of timing, and Spirit wants you to know this before we talk to your other loved one. And I know it's frustrating, and then it's not very reassuring to you. But again, I have no control over that, and no psychic medium has control over any spirit ever, and they shouldn't ever try to manipulate a soul. And I don't know how they would do that without trying to do things I would never try. So no, Spirit loves to hear from you. My friend at school, she used to talk to her dad. That was her one time a day where she would talk to Dad in the car from her house to the school. That was 20 minutes with Dad every morning. She would talk to him. And it's healing. It's very healing. Talking, whether it's out loud. I prefer out loud talking. I have loved ones I miss, and see, here we go. It hurts. I have an aunt, my aunt. And of course my grandma, but I've been in such pain since my aunt passed. And I know she's with me. She's come to me in my dreams, laughing at me like, Audrey, yes, it's me. I swear it's me, mija. Just, it's okay. It's okay, chiquita. No, don't cry. Don't cry. But I miss her. And it's funny because I found on YouTube, just random, I found a lady who does some crafting stuff on her channel. And she's actually Australian, funny enough, because obviously she has an accent. And my aunt did not have an Australian accent. But this woman who I watch on YouTube just strikes a nerve with me. God, she just sounds like my aunt. And I don't even want to do the crafts that she's doing, but I watch because it makes me feel better. It makes me feel like my aunt is here. And I know she is. So we're gonna suffer. That's just part of our life here. So that's why when I tell you I understand your pain, I do understand your pain. It's been an exhausting 55 years for me. And talking to you guys, hundreds of people doing readings for, I get it. I get it. And I would never, ever, ever make up anything regarding any spirit or any abilities I may have. Never. In fact, I would prefer to withhold information at the time being if I'm not certain. And because I never want to mislead you. But to know that your loved one went to spirit school. Oh, shoot. Okay. All right. Sorry, I had to stop again. I had a phone call from my son's teacher. So, yeah. So, if you think you need a reading, then you do it. Whether it's with me or somebody else. Honestly, I don't trust people. The only people I would trust is Teresa Caputo or Tyler Henry. I'm sure there's got to be other good psychic mediums out there. Do some research or some, if they have a Yelp or something. I don't know. I just don't want you to waste your money, which is why I'm trying to put out as much content out on YouTube as I can to save some of you from having to do a reading. Maybe you just don't, whatever. You don't have the money. That's fine. And even if you have the money, maybe you don't want to spend it on having a psychic reading when there's no guarantee that spirit will come in. But you guys have seen some of the comments people have left. And you guys are very nice to leave nice comments about the readings that we did with each other. And I am not saying you need to do 50 readings with me. And you can certainly talk to your loved ones anytime, day or night, anytime, telepathically, out of your mouth, writing a letter, typing a note, whatever. So don't forget to continue to love them that way through those avenues. It's very important for your journey, for your peace of mind, and to take a breath. Just like I just had an emotional moment about my aunt because I miss her. And I know I'm going to see her again, but I miss her. She was hysterical, I miss her. So anyway, that's Spirit School for today, you guys. If you have any questions about Spirit School, please put them down in the comments because I do forget to say things sometimes, or I watch my video back and I'm like, okay, well, that didn't make any sense at all. Maybe I need to re-explain. But I have my notes here. think I went through everything I had on my notes. So I'm going to be doing some more videos right after I film this one. I'm going to be doing some other videos. I'm going to put some makeup on and get right back to the camera. So I'll see you guys soon. Mwah.